Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. I am Othman from speakenglishwithothman.com. Today's video is gonna be about psychology. It's not psychology, it's psycholinguistics. Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I hope you are feeling ready and you want to study something very important in this lecture, which is psycholinguistics, or what we call neurolinguistics. Okay, first of all, I just want to share with you something very important, which is the old term of psycholinguistics, which is neurolinguistics. It is an old term for psycholinguistics. In 18th century, the relationship between language and then human brain is called neurolinguistics, of course. Okay, in addition to neurolinguistics is the study of neural mechanism in the human brain that controls acquisition, production, and then comprehension. These are the areas of study. First, we have cognitive science and then psychology, okay, and then linguistics and speech and language pathology. Okay, let us move on to the theories of psycholinguistics. First of all, we have acquisition, which is very important. We have to take this section into consideration, okay, and then production and comprehension. Okay, first of all, we have acquisition, which is the learning, yes or not? The learning of a native or first language is called first language acquisition. It is known also as developmental psycholinguistics. Okay, here you go. In addition to, it is just one stand of psycholinguistics, which is all about how people to speak and the mental processes involved. Okay, we have to ask ourselves something very important. Are we taught to speak by our parents? Yes or no? Who knows? Or are we born with knowledge in our brains that helps us to pick up language quickly? So really, it is a question of nature versus nature. Yeah. Let us take two perspectives. The first one will be about, or the perspective of Noam Chomsky, and then Michael Tomasello. Okay, I'm gonna show you this over here. Okay, these are the two different perspective. First of all, Noam Chomsky, he believes that we have pre-wired structure in our brains which helps us to have advanced knowledge about language known as atavism. هاد السيد هذا قال لك عندنا واحد structure اللي هي مخلطة وكتخلينا باش نتعلموا هاد اللغة هذه. He adds something very important, that children look for regular pattern in speech and use these as rules to work out new utterance, okay, such as applying the past tense, okay, verb word ending with ed. For example, a child, okay, info كيقول باللي راه past tense هو ed في الاخر. ما عندناش داكشي ديال ما عندوش داكشي ديال regular ولا irregular verbs. داكشي ما عندوش في القاموس ديالو. كيقول for example work, worked, teach, teached. Okay, it's not taught. Okay, this is what he has in his own mind. Okay, هذا هو الperspective ديال نعم Chomsky. Let's move on to Michael. What he's saying, he believes that children acquire language first and foremost by understanding how others use language. هاد خونا هذا قال لك info هاد children كيسمعوا شي حاجة from outside ولا from دوك الناس اللي دايرين به داكشي this is how he learns. Okay, info مثلا كيسمع مثلا هذا كيقول ماما ماما بابا بابا, he tries as well to say the same, okay, to pronounce the same, even he does not pronounce it correctly, but he is attempting to do it. Okay, we have as well two basic notions of first language acquisition, which are overgeneralization and then undergeneralization. Okay, let's take everyone into consideration. First of all, overgeneralization. This is the extension of rule beyond to its proper limits. For example, it is frequent phenomenon in language development. It can be found not only in syntactic usage, but also in word meanings. For example, we have moon. had the overgeneralization. had the children هادو التهمة ينفوا كيربطوا مثلا the moon, هاد القمر هذا كيربطوا بأي حاجة اللي هي دايرة. كرة غادي يشوف كرة, واو it's the moon. اوكي, هذا هو كيفاش كيشوفوا هذاك الاوفرجنراليزم في language acquisition. هادشي كيفاش كيشدوا اللانجويج. اوكي, and cars, all vehicles, اي حاجه يشوف مركبه anything كيربطها بالcars. يشوف كاميو, anything كيربطها بالcars. Wow, this is a car, even it is a truck or whatever. Okay, he will say it's a car. The same thing with dogs, all four-legged animals, it is a dog. شوف غزاله, it is a dog. Okay, كاع الحيوانات اللي كيتمشوا كيربطوا بسميتو هكا. children, this is how they acquire language. Okay, we have also undergeneralization. When a child uses a word in a more limited way than adults to this phenomenon, it is known as undergeneralization. For example, shoes only refers to his mother's shoes. Okay, هنا تاني هالطريقة التانية ديال undergeneralization كيربط تاني الحوايج. مثلا كيشوف انفو, كيشوف مثلا اي حاجه صباط مثلا سروال, كيعرف باللي هذا راه this not yours, it's my mom's one. Okay, or my brother's one. Okay, this is what children acquire their language. Good. Let's move on to the reason why we have this combination between overgeneralization and then undergeneralization. Okay, in some occasions, children's conceptual categories differ from adults, of course, and they very known. Okay, on the other occasion, they may know perfectly well that a cow is not a dog. Okay, they know it. Okay, but not known what is called. تعرفوا باللي it's not a dog, it's a cow, but شنو سميتها؟ they don't know it. This is just the ways they acquire language. Okay, on still other occasion, the children's measures of words may reflect an attempt at humor. Okay, good, which means that هاد سميتو هاد القضيه اللي كيديروا كتكون بحال كيدخل فيها humor, ولكن راه الطريقه ديال acquiring a language. Yeah, this it is. Okay, let's move on to something else. Let's move on to the second language acquisition, which this is the process by which people learn a second language. This research focuses on the developing knowledge and uses of a language by children and adults who already know at least one other language. Okay, here you go. Let's move on to factors. What we know about factors. This factor will be divided into a couple things, which is the age. It depends on the age, personality, motivation, experiences, and then cognition. Okay, here you go. This is 5 individual factors. First of all, we have the age. Okay, second language acquisition is influenced by the age of the learner. Children with solid literacy skills in their own language seem to be in the best position to acquire a new language efficiently. What we know about this? We know that بلي هاد children, هاد الأطفال هادو إلا كان مازالين صغار حسن كيتعلموا اللغة أكثر من الناس الكبار اللي كبار في العمر. Okay, كتكون عندهم واحد they are in the best position as they say over here. Okay, personality. Introverted or anxious learners usually make slower progress, particularly in the development of oral skills. They are less likely to take opportunity to speak. الناس اللي فيهم مثلا هذا المشكل ديال بحال قلت التخوف او لا هذا المشكل اللي فيهم ما كيعطيهمش واحد لافونتاج باش يتعلموا الانجليش او لا اي لغه. اوكي. something else experience. هذه باينه اللي عنده تجربه. الناس اللي عندهم تجربه راه كيكونوا في واحد البوزيشن اللي هي واعره باش يتعلموا new language. And then motivation. I will lead you with this. I hope you like it.
I wanted guys to share with you a video which I was explaining this part, but it doesn't help because some problems over there, so that's why I didn't want to update it. Okay, so intrinsic motivation or the inner motivation refers to the motivation that comes from inside an individual rather than from any external or outside rewards. هاد intrinsic motivation داك التحفيز اللي كيخليك باش تقرا واحد اللغه، حيتاش اون فوا كاين بنادم اللي عنده داك التحفيز اللي هو داخلي للداخل ديالو باغي يقرا اللغه، وكاين ثاني العكس ديالو اللي هو extrinsic motivation اللي refers to motivation that comes from outside an individual. The motivation factor are external or outside rewards. هذا مثلا واحد مثلا إلا بغى يقرا واحد اللغة خاصك تعطيه الفلوس. A child مثلا تقولي مثلا I will give you مثلا $100 if you learn English. اوكي هذاك غيمشي يجري بالجرا غادي يحفظ ويراجع حتى يشد لونجلي حيتاش he will take a reward or money or grades or whatever. Okay, that's it. We have cognition. Okay, cognition. In general, it seems that students with great cognitive ability will make the faster progress. اللي عنده هذا cognition هذا أو لا what we call الإدراك كيختلف من student ولا من child للآخر. كل واحد عنده النسبة ديال cognition ديالو. كاين واحد اللي دغيا كيفهم الدرس، كاين واحد اللي ما رجعوه 3 المرات 4 المرات ما غاديش يفهم. اوكي نفس الحاجة على language، حيت دابا كندوي على Psycholinguistics. Okay, good. For example كاين واحد اللي غادي يقرا هادشي اللي قال هاد خونا هذا بالزربه وما يغلطش. كاين واحد ثاني اللي خاص يكون ثقيل بحالي. Okay, how much would check if a would check could check would. Okay, so it depends on cognition as we are saying all the time. These are some affective factors. Okay, for example okay they are emotional of course factors which influence learning. هادشي راه كي influence learning. Okay, such as self-esteem, inhibition and risk taking, anxiety and empathy. Production, this is the third part, isn't it? Okay, which is the language production is the production of spoken and written language. It describes all stages between having a concept into linguistic form. Great. Speech production. Oh my gosh, what I'm saying. It's concerned with how people produce language in her or his mind to convey their meaning that are comprehensible to other. Either it is written form or spoken one. Okay, basically it refers to how humans use words to communicate ideas and feelings and how such communication are understood. Okay, in simple wording, okay, it is how the brain create and understand language. هالشي باين متعلق بالbrain, and these are some sub-levels of speech production which are conceptualization. كل واحد عنده كل واحدة على حدة. Okay, formulation, articulation, and then self-monitor. Okay, or less self-monitoring. For example, here conceptualization is what we wish to communicate. Okay, I hope you understand this. What we wish to communicate. For example, people who are coming from different cultures but using same language like English, we have to notice that we clearly do they say and what they mean. Okay, هادي باين جوج واحد مثلا عنده واحد الكالتشر الاخرى وكيدوي مثلا الانجليش غادي نفهموا مثلا جا من المهم من تونس ولا الشرق الاوسط ولا اي قنت هكا غادي نفهم rather than شي واحد اللي جاي مثلا from United States for example his mother tongue is English or a native speaker. It's likely hard to understand what they are saying. This is, I don't think it is important, but for students who want to take notes, okay, you can stop the video. And then formulation, the same. Conceptualization, this is just how formulation is related to slips of tongue in speech production. That's it. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.